Okay, so this video introduces the filling machine mechanical adjustment and the HMI setting. So firstly, we will have a look at the filling procedure. This is for the small bottles. And on the HMI, this filling mode, we call it valve mode. So here there's something we need to pay attention is, okay, so as you see now, this is 12 nozzles, but there will be more bottles into the filling area. Okay, so you see we have two outlets cylinder to block the bottles. We call it out fender number 1, out fender number 2, and this one we call it in fender. Okay, so you pay attention to the position of the sensor. The blue hose is the sensor, actually is the bottle sensor. It is on the right side of the fender. On the right side of the fender. And this blue hose is the bottle in sensor. It is the bottle in sensor. And you can see lights. Actually, this bottle in sensor, it points to the last bottles inside the filling area. Okay. So we will see again. We'll take a look again. Okay, here comes bottles. We see. Not enough. Not yet. Okay, it is at last. Okay, it is at last. It points to the last bottles. And it will, oh, 那个有个瓶子倒了，小心别碰到那个。Okay, because this bottle is too light. Alright, so you see, it moves just simply one, and between two nozzles, there is one bottle spacing. Okay, and after finish, the 24 bottles will be released. Now the first is the out fender number 1 work to block the bottle, so keep the bottle stay inside the filling area. Okay, so as you can see now, this is the first nozzle, the second nozzle, and between two there is one bottle spacing. And you see this out fender will work again. We'll pay more attention later on the next cycles. So our people is loading the bottle on the conveyor. So we pay attention to the nozzle position. Okay. Between two nozzles, there's one bottle spacing. Now this one is empty. Okay, and we move one bottle, and this out fender will keep out, and then fill in the next two. So this is the front filling procedure. And this is out sensor. It will detect and also count. And this blue one, it also, this sensor in bottle sensor, it also detect and count. And we take a look at the HMI. As you see now, the in bottle it counts 12, right? So this is the whole working procedure, and it's a type of diving fitting. So next we pay attention to the diving procedure. The first, the nozzles will goes into the bottom of the bottle. So we pay attention, and you will see we're introduced. Okay, lock and go into and fitting and raising, and stop at the bottleneck and finish and raise up. Okay, diving into and raising up, stay at the bottleneck, finish and up. So this is whole procedure. So, and what you need to do the mechanical adjustment is, okay, you can move this fender by loose the handle and move valve left to right to fit the size of bottle. And the same as the sensor, and this is a flexible hose. The sensor is flexible, so you can also, so this sensor you can point to the bottleneck or the body. And it is same for this one, but just pay attention to the position of this out fender. Okay. Also, the bottleneck clamber, we call it a lock bottle. Okay, lock bottle. So you can lose the red bolts and move right to left to fit the bottle size. So this is for right and left. Of course, you have different diameter bottles, so you can simply lose. You can simply lose the handle, first handle and the last handle to make this clamber open across narrow or wider by that one. Yes. And of course, you need to adjust the height of the locker. You have higher bottle, you have lower bottle, you have shorter bottle. So it's very simple. You just lose this handle, number one on the left, and the other, that one on the right. And after you lose, there's black handles. The first black handle and the second black handle on the left, and you can turn the handle to rise or lower the bottle clamber. It's quite simple, very easy. And about the nozzle position, because this nozzle head up and down is controlled by the servo motor, as you see is a servo. So the bottom position, the neck position, and the standby position, all of this position we can set on the HMI and preset as a recept. So you don't need to do mechanical adjustments for the nozzles. So that's for the valves. Okay, that's for valves mode. And we have the other mode, we call it normal mode. Let me show you. Okay, now the valve mode is activated. The valve mode. And now I stop the auto filling and I switch it in normal mode. So once we use the normal mode is for the big bottles or for wider bottles. For wider bottles, which we don't need bottle for spacing. So then we can use the normal mode. So the normal mode, the first time 12 bottles inside and filling 12 bottles and all 12 bottles out. And the new 12 bottles get inside. So it ends. In that case, we don't need to use this cylinder. This we call out fender number 2. So, but you just select the mode. You don't need to close this one manually, of course. So let's for it. Okay. And then the next I will introduce the HMI operation. So we have two languages. English and Chinese. Yes. So we go to the outer page firstly. Outer page. Okay, here you will see the corner, you will see the 90 milliliter. This is for the production quantity, and you can clean it. We say input bottle. Okay, this input bottle is for the bottle in sensor. And here next output bottle is for the up sensor. Yes. And you see there are numbers. So now it shows 0, of course. So once the bottle gets inside in automatic mode, the sensor will detect bottle and count. So when the bottles inside is richly, we say like 12 bottles or 24 bottles, the machine will start to filling. So let's say count, and also the output bottle it also counts. And the conveyor speed, of course, is to adjust the conveyor speed. You can simply enter, and that's very simple. And the nozzle height is so far the nozzle's position. So this is you don't need to this one you don't need to change it, because this one will change in the only formula, of course. Okay, and the auto on is just click it and the auto start. Current status, you can see the feeding state. Feeding state that means the hopper. So when the hopper, the liquid or product is insufficient, the machine will call the valve to open, and if you have pump, the machine will call the pump to start. The motor origin is for the servo origin position. Yes, it's for the feeding motor origin position. And up level limit, low level limit is for the hopper level. Conveyor start, you can individually start the conveyor or stop. And hopper feeding on. That means when you're running in automatic, but you don't want to more products feed it into the hopper, you can close it. And buzzer is to turn on or off the buzzer. The servo alarm to reset some alarm. And the formula number 1 to number 6. It's for quick selection for the formula. You can now rename it from here. Okay, and here we have function selection. Okay, we have bottle up filling. You can switch on or off, and the normal mode, valve mode, and the product insufficient stop or on. Product insufficient stop or on. Like this actually is a protection function. When the products inside the hopper is insufficient and no more products, all the new product gets inside the hopper is too slow, so it makes the level in the hopper is too low. The machine will stop automatically after the liquid inside the hopper is enough. So when you switch off this function, the machine will keep filling without stopping. Even the hopper is empty. And the conveyor stop on or off. Okay, conveyor stop, if it's on, during filling, the conveyor will stop automatically, and the filling volume reaching the target, the conveyor will start again to transfer the full bottle out and a new empty bottle inside. So once it's off, so the conveyor is keep running. It's always working. So this is for the automatic page. And the next we go to the manual page. Yeah, there are some manual operation. In fender. In fender, so let's see, we call it in fender. Okay. And out fender number 1, number 2. Out fender number 1 and number 2. Okay. And the conveyor start or stop. And the liquid feeding, you can manually start feeding. This only works when the hop on the level is not at a high level. On the middle level or low level, you can manually start the feeding. And the lock bottle. Yes. And you see there's a flashing. Press lock bottle before nozzles down, up. Okay. So here we have nozzle up or down. If you click nozzle up, it doesn't work. Oh. Okay, so you click now. So up, down. There's nothing. So you lock bottle, and now you can down. Now you can down the nozzles. I click down. I click nozzle up. So that's it. And here the feeding server up, feeding server down. It's for the piston server. The piston push up or pistons suck back. Feeding server reset. 小李，这个罐装伺服，这个是什么？是回源是吧？
这上面这个是回源速度，这个是那个
不是这个按钮。
这个按钮就是把下面回到原点。
是回原点。I need to make sure. Okay, so the feeding server reset is to make the piston server origin. Make the piston server origin. And here is the same. The nozzle server reset is make the nozzle server origin. And origin speed, and jog speed, that manual up and down speed, and the conveyor speed, nozzle height. That's it. Okay. And the number 1 nozzle individually feeding, number 2 individual feeding, and the number 12 individual feeding. Okay. In labor. So, if you want to feed in single nozzle, first you click server enable, and then you click each button to feed in. And here you can feed in all. So here is for the manual page. It's quite simple. Also, the input bottle, output bottle is for the sensor indicator. Okay, formula. Formula here, you got number 1 formula, and you can make some parameter setting, and you use it. Yeah, you can use it, and it will be good. Okay, and here is the feeding volume. So here the nozzles, I will explain the parameter inside later. So here it is. Right, here it is. I introduced in detail. 这个啊。
这下一页里面还有。
Yeah, and here we got the next page. So we got page up. Page up here. You also have a button for nozzle up, down, and lock bottle. This is for the mechanical. We lock bottle. That's it. And nozzle up and down. Okay. So here the first one on the left corner. The first one, server rise delay. Server rise delay like this. When all bottles on position and the nozzle get down to the bottom, and the server is start feeding, but before feeding there is a delay for the nozzles and the 3-way valve to open. So this delay is for that. Give some time for the valve to working, and then the server moving up to push products out. And the servo delay return, it is almost the same. Is when the filling volume is reached the target, and give some time to close the filling nozzle and switch the 3-way valve, and then the servo suck back. Okay, and the next one is the filling delay. The filling delay means, for example, this is 12 nozzles. When the last bottle on position and the sensor detect the last one, and also the signal is continuous for, here we set 0.5 seconds. So if the signal is stable for 0.5 seconds, the machine will go to the next procedure. We'll lock the bottle, and the infender will close, and the nozzle will get down. So this delay is to make sure the bottles are on position. So if you have some big bottles and you detect the body, maybe you need to increase the filling delay. And if you have a smaller bottle and you want to increase the filling efficiency, you can decrease the filling delay. Job delay. After the filling target is finished, the nozzle will stay for a while to leave some time for 1 or 2 drips on the nozzle to drop down into the bottle. Out of bottle spacing. So when the first circle is finished and the out sensor detects the bottles, now we set 2T, we set 2. So when the out sensor detects 2 bottles out, the infender will release new bottle to get inside the filling area. And the nozzle raising delay is when the nozzle get down to the bottom, but now the filling is already started, and if it gives a delay after the 0.5 seconds, the nozzle will raise up. And if you want to stay more time, you can increase, or you want to stay less time, you can decrease. Okay, and also nozzle descent delay is for the nozzle going down. When the bottle lock and give some time, some delay, the nozzle going down. The filling volume. The filling volume is for the total, the targets we need, the target volume we need. And the nozzle stop, head, button, up filling position. Okay, this I will explain later on the nozzle position setting. The down speed, nozzle down speed. The slow lifting speed, that means during filling the nozzle is raising up, and the speed is for the raising up to fill. And the fast lifting is for the last step when the filling finish and the nozzle need to go back to the standby position. So with a fast speed. Return volume. Return volume, you don't need to change. You don't need to change it. Actually, it's for the piston servo to slow down distance. Okay. And here we got mid part, filling speed, filling, and a 4-part filling volume, 4-part speed, last part filling volume. So the filling it's filling with 3 steps: slow, fast, and slow. So the nozzle will give some liquids into the bottle with a slow speed, so light there is no liquid spray out because of fast speed, high pressure. And then the machine will fill in with high speed, and when the liquid is approaching the nozzle neck, approaching the nozzle, the bottle neck, it will slow down again. So, and the 4-part volume, last part filling volume, is to give the volume how many volume for slow first, and how many volume for slow at last. Return fast. Return fast is the servo piston. First, you return with fast speed, and return 10 volume, 10 millimeter with low speed. So let's see. Okay, so next step we go to. I will show you the nozzles. Oh, okay. We have another. Sorry, we have another page on the formula. Here you get enable one. in case some nozzles have problem, you can close it. And here, open delay, normally you don't need to use it. Okay, and once the recept is set, you use recept 1 to save. And here you can rename it. Okay. And here we go to the formula again. Here you got nozzle position setting. Okay. Now I show you how to do that. So first we start the position setting. Okay. So and now we'll take the nozzle position. We just in the beginning the bottles, for example. Okay. So and now we we lock bottle. Okay, now it is lock bottle. I'll show you again. We lock bottle. Okay, and now I'm keep clicking nozzle down. And here there is number shows the nozzle position also. So it's keep going down. Okay, so for example now the position is here. Of course, we can make it a little bit lower, maybe, but for now, I think it's okay. And this is the standby position. Okay, it's a standby position. So I saved this one as standby position, and it is the diving. Right? So the nozzle will rising up to the neck of bottle, so we need to give the position of the nozzle neck. So also I keep the nozzle going down. Okay. So because the clamp is clamped on the nozzle neck, so now the nozzle is in the neck, so I can make it going lower. Nozzle down a little bit lower. So I save bottleneck position. I will save it as bottleneck position. Save. And then I need to give a bottom position, right? A bottom position if I need. So you can keep going down. Keep it going down. So the nozzle is going down, right? So now I would think this it is the bottom position, and I save it. Okay, I save it. And now I want this position to use to the recept 1. So I save to recept 1. And the last step, I finish setting, and the nozzle I go to the standby. So now it will go to the standby position. Okay, nozzle go to the standby position, and then we go back to, as you see now, the bottom position, the nozzles, the bottom position, and here it is. The meter we just make. Okay. So here is the formula and the bottom position setting. Clean page. Here with this distance, that means the piston moving distance. So it's maximum 200 because this cylinder is 200. Okay, make it, and the clean down speed, the speed, and also the refill valve closing time setting. This is important to understand. On the hopper, we have two valves. I cannot show you because too high. On the two valves, one is for the products, and the other one is for the clean liquids. And these two valves will be connected with a three-way connection. So when you're underproducing, the clean valve is always closed, the product is getting inside the hopper from the product valves, and when you do cleaning, the liquids getting inside the hopper from the same hose, but it is getting to the hopper from the cleaning valve with a sprayer, but the product valve also need to clean. So this is the time. If you set 5 seconds, the product valve will keep open for 5 seconds for cleaning, and after 5 seconds, the product valve will close, and all the cleaning liquids will get inside the hopper with the sprayer. And for others is no problem. So and after you set the distance and the time, you can start cleaning. And that's it. Yes. Okay. So alarm. This is the alarm page, and monitor is for some status. It's for some status. Back. So here it is the operation. So here it is for the operation. Okay. Yes. There's a mixing speed is set from here. Okay. Products insufficient. So yeah. Let's all.